Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Saurabha Bhakti Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री साधु गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, 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 Hare Rama Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare, Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Sanmataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you so much for joining. Let us begin with Mangalacharana prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. मा ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी निते नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशचारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम् ओम पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यस्मरेत् पुनरीकाक्ष्यं साभ्याभ्यन्तरं शुचिः श्रीविष्णु जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद. Yeah, Mata is Prabhuji. Thank you so much again. Today we will review that CC Adi 8th chapter. Yesterday Raju Prabhu sent the PDF, Subhadini PDF. So let us read that. Let me share 1 second. Yeah.
Prabhuji, should we do the translations first and then this, or should we just do this?
Actually, ఇక్కడ వస్తాయి అనుకుంటున్నాను మాతాజీ. I'm just
okay Prabhuji.
Here it is repeating. So let us read directly.
Okay.
Yeah. Adilila chapter, the author receives the orders of Krishna and Guru. The author is Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. After explaining in detail the Mangalacharana verses, Adilila 1.1 to 14, in the first 7 chapters, now Kaviraja Goswami explains how he got the inspiration to write Chaitanya Charitamrita. So this is a different section, 1 to 32 verses, the mercy of Lord Chaitanya in bestowing rare Prema Bhakti. So 1 to 5 talks about obeisances and prayers. 6 to 15, condemnation of non-believers. A demon is who one does not accept merciful Lord Chaitanya as the Supreme Lord. One should use logic to understand his mercy. 16 to 23 verses, although Prema Bhakti is very rare, Lord Chaitanya freely distributed it even to the most fallen. 24 to 30 talks about offensive chanting obstructs prema and ecstasy. Inoffensive chanting vanquishes all sins, causes ecstatic symptoms in the body, and gives transcendental riches. 31 to 32 verses, chanting of Chaitanya and Nityananda, even with slight faith, cleanses one of all offenses and makes one feel ecstasy. 33 to 43 verses, Kaviraja Goswami glorifies Chaitanya Bhagavata and its author. Chaitanya Bhagavata enables one to understand the Lord's glories. It annihilates misfortune, authoritatively establishes the essence of bhakti, converts atheists into devotees, and purifies the 3 worlds. It is the Lord's personal speech. Vrindavandas Thakur is the Vyasa of Chaitanya Lila, an unparalleled author, and the son of Narayani, who ate Lord's remnants. Prasada. 44 to 80. Reasons to write Chaitanya Charitamrita. In Chaitanya Bhagavata, the early pastimes of Lord are elaborately described, but the later pastimes remained untold. Thus, Haridas Pandita and many other devotees in Vrindavana requested Kaviraja Goswami to write them. He was also blessed by Madan Mohana, whose garland fell. 85 to 81 to 85 conclusion. By praying at his lotus feet, Kaviraja Goswami humbly takes permission from Vrindavandas Thakur to write Chaitanya Charitamrita. So here clearly mentioned early pastimes that is written by Vrindavandas Thakur. It's Vyasa of Chaitanya Lila. Early pastimes of the Lord, but later pastimes, that means after 25 to 48 years of age, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, during that time, those pastimes are not described there. That's why Haridas Pandit requested to write. Many other devotees in Vrindavana requested Kaviraja Goswami to write them. So Chaitanya Bhagavata. Who is written Chaitanya Bhagavata?
Vrindavandas Thakur.
Vrindavandas Thakur, Chaitanya Bhagavata. Right, Mother? Yes. Yeah. Chadavan, Mother. Sections.
1 to 32. 1 to 32. The mercy of Lord Chaitanya in bestowing rare Prema Bhakti. 1. By Mahaprabhu's desire, I have taken to this writing, though I am a fool. Vande Chaitanya Devam Tam Bhagavantam Yad Ichchaya Prasabham Nartyate Chitram Lekha Range Jadopyayam. I offer my respects to the Supreme Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by whose desire I have become like a dancing dog and suddenly taken to the writing of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, although I am a fool. 2 to 4. All glories to Lord Gaura, Nityananda, Advaita, Gadadhara, Srivas Thakura, and all the other devotees of the Lord. I fall down to offer respects to their lotus feet. By remembering the lotus feet of the Panchatattva, Yan Sabara Smarane, a dumb man can become a poet, Muka Kavitva Kare, a lame man can cross mountains, Pangu Kiri Langhe, a blind man can see the stars in the sky, Andha Dekhe Tara Gane, Kripa Siddha. There are three ways of perfection: Sadhana Siddha, perfection attained by executing devotional service according to the rules and regulations; Nitya Siddha, eternal perfection attained by never forgetting Krishna at any time; Kripa Siddha, perfection attained by the mercy of the spiritual master or a Vaishnava, which does not depend on the qualification of a devotee. Kaviraj Goswami here stresses Kripa Siddha. 6 to 7, condemnation of non-believers. The education of so-called scholars who do not believe these statements is like the croaking of frogs, bheka kolahala. One who does not accept the Panchatattva but still makes a show of bhakti to Krishna can never achieve Krishna's mercy or advance to the ultimate goal. 8 to 9, demon. Even kings like Jarasandha strictly worship Lord Vishnu through Vedic rituals, but one who does not accept Krishna as the Supreme Lord is certainly a demon. Similarly, anyone who does not accept Lord Chaitanya as the Supreme Lord is also to be considered a demon. Krishna nahi mane, tate daitya kari mani, Chaitanya na manile, taiche daitya tare jani. 10 to 11, Lord Chaitanya thought, unless people accept me, they will be destroyed. If one offers obeisances to me, even by accepting me as an ordinary sannyasi, his material distresses will diminish and he will ultimately get liberation. Thus, the merciful Lord Kripardra accepted sannyasa. See also Adi 17.247 to 274 on page 208. Merciful Krishna always thinks of how to liberate the conditioned souls from the material platform in many ways. He comes himself, he sends his own confidential devotees, he leaves behind him shastras like the Bhagavad Gita, so that people may take advantage of them to be liberated from the clutches of Maya. Hare Krishna.
ఇంకా ఇది కూడా చదువు. 12.
Chadamantara? Okay. 12. Demon. One who does not show respect to this merciful Lord should be considered a demon, even if he is exalted in human society.
Thank you, Mother. So, clutches of Maya. Prabhupada only writes, what is that? Clutches. Clutches of bike. Bike clutch. Motor clutch. Four-wheeler clutch. What is that? Clutches of Maya? Clutches of Maya.
Clutches basically means like ilaga chetto ila patteskunte dani clutch antaru.
Yes. What is the clutches of Maya, Matajan?
అని గట్టిగా పట్టుకుని ఉంటుంది కదా, అంటే ఇట్ ఇస్ లైక్
It holds tightly.
Clutches of Maya. Clutches of Maya. Liberated from clutches of Maya.
clutches meaning is grasp tightly.
Entangled, Prabhuji. Entangled.
No, according to Google, it is grasping tightly, a tight grasp. She made a clutch at his body. అంటే గట్టిగా పట్టుకోవడం, clutching. So clutches of Maya is basically like Maya is like very, very tightly grasping us.
Grasping us through family.
Moha Maya. Yeah, Moha Maya.
Through family, friends, attachments, desires. Thank you, Mother. Yes. Samyukta Mother, please read 13, the Kanchadani.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
13 to 15. Use logic to understand Lord Chaitanya's mercy. Therefore, please worship Sri Chaitanya and Nityananda without false arguments. Kutarka. If you are indeed interested in logic and argument, kindly apply it to Lord Chaitanya's mercy. If you do so, you will find it to be strikingly wonderful. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Karaha Vichara Karite Chitte Pabe Chamatkara. If the judgment of a logician is truly impartial, then he will understand that no other humanitarian activities can surpass the merciful activities of Lord Chaitanya, which address the needs of the eternal soul. Because he distributed love of Godhead very magnanimously, he is known as the Mahavadanyāvatara. 16. If one is infested with the 10 offenses, despite his endeavor to chant for many births, he will not get love of Godhead. Bahujanma kare yadi shravana kirtana tabutana paya Krishna pade premadhana. Haribhakti is sudurlabha. BRS Prabhuji, what is it?
BRS Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu.
Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.1.36. Gnanataha sulabha muktir. By gnana, one gets mukti. Bhuktir yagnadi punyataha. By yagnas and punya, one gets bhukti. Seyam sadhana sahasrair haribhakti sudurlabha. But haribhakti is so rare that one will not get it even by executing thousands of sacrifices. 18 to 19. Rarity of prema bhakti. If a devotee wants mukti or bhukti from the Lord, Krishna immediately delivers it. But prema bhakti he keeps hidden because by that process he is bound to the devotee. Srimad Bhagavatam 5.6.18. Prajan Patir Gurur. In Bhakti Yoga, a relationship is established between the Lord and the devotee in any of the rasas, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, or Madhurya. Merging into the Brahman effulgence produces a state of inactivity, no spiritual activity due to lack of relationship with the Lord, which makes one come down to material activity after some time. 20 to 21. Lord Chaitanya has freely given this rare prema bhakti everywhere and anywhere, even to the most fallen such as Jagai and Madhai. What then to speak of others? He is fully independent, Swatantra. Therefore, although it is the most confidentially stored benediction, he can distribute it without consideration. Shall I read this one, Prabhuji?
ఇది 20 to 23. ఇది వేరే సెక్షన్.
Okay, Prabhuji. Anyone who even now chants Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda is immediately overwhelmed with ecstasy and tears fill his eyes. Simply by talking of Nityananda Prabhu, one awakens love for Krishna and shows ecstatic symptoms. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Want to read Lavanya 24 to 30, this section?
Yeah, Hare Krishna. 24 to 30. Offensive and inoffensive chanting of Hare Krishna. 24. Offensive chanting. There are offenses to be considered while chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Therefore, simply by chanting it once does not become ecstatic. 25. Heart like iron. If one's heart does not change, eyes do not shed tears, body does not shiver, and hairs do not stand on end, as he chants the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it should be understood that his heart is as hard as iron. This is due to his offenses at the lotus feet of the Lord's holy name. Srimad Bhagavatam 2.3.24. Tad asma saram hridayam. 26 to 28. Inoffensive chanting. Simply chanting Hare Krishna offenselessly vanquishes all sinful activities and terminates one's material existence. Bhavakshaya. This pure devotional service, which is the cause of love of Godhead, becomes manifest and it generates transformations in the body such as perspiration, trembling, throbbing of the heart, faltering of voice, and tears in eyes. Krishna's holy name is so powerful that chanting even one name, one every easily achieves these transcendental riches. Eka Krishna name kare sarva papa nasha premara karane bhakti karana prakasha. 29 to 30. Offenses obstruct chanting. If one chants the holy name again and again but develops neither prema nor tears in the eyes, then it is due to offenses that the seed of the holy name of Lord Krishna does not sprout. 31 to 32. 31 to 32. Chanting of Chaitanya Nityananda. But if one chants the holy name of the Chaitanya and Nityananda, even with slight faith, he is cleansed of all offenses quickly. Thus, as soon as he chants the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, he feels the ecstasy of love for Godhead. Unless one worships the independent and magnanimous Lord Chaitanya, one can never be liberated. Note: One should take shelter of Chaitanya and Nityananda by chanting the Panchatattva mantra to reach Radha Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, that's where, before we chant Mahamantra, beginning of Mahamantra, after one mantra, we chant Panchatattva mantra. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara, Sri Vasadi, Gaura Bhaktivinoda. To take shelter of Sri Panchatattva. Nityananda Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yeah. Sandhya Mataji, please read.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. 33 to 43. Kaviraja Goswami glorifies Chaitanya Bhagavata and its author. 33. O fools, just read Sri Chaitanya Mangala. By reading this book, you can understand all the glories of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Bhagavatam of Chaitanya Leela. As Vyasadeva has compiled all the pastimes of Krishna in the Bhagavatam, Vrindavana Dasa Thakura has depicted the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. Krishna Leela Bhagavate Kahe Veda Vyasa, Chaitanya Leelara Vyasa, Vrindavana Dasa. Hearing it inhalates all misfortune. One can understand all the glories and truths of Chaitanya and Nityananda. One can come to the ultimate conclusion of devotional service to Lord Krishna. The essence of Bhakti. Bhakti Siddhantera Sara is given in this book by quoting the authoritative statements of Srimad Bhagavatam. Atheists will become devotees by hearing it. Lord Chaitanya's own words. Its subject matter is so sublime that it appears that Lord Chaitanya has personally spoken through Sri Vrindavana Dasa Thakura. The secret of a devotee's writing. Since a devotee writes in service to the Lord from within gives him intelligence to write. Even if such transcendental literature is written in faulty language, it is acceptable. No one else could write such a wonderful book for deliverance of all fallen souls. Millions of obeisances unto the feet of Vrindavana Dasa Thakura. The mother of Vrindavana Dasa, Narayani, eternally eats the remnants of Mahaprabhu. What a wonderful description. It can purify anyone in the three worlds. Adapt the method of bhakti given by Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda and thus be freed from samsara dukkha and achieve premananda. Atyeva bhaja loka Chaitanya Nityananda kantibe samsara dukkha pabe premananda.
Thank you very much, Mother.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Raju Prabhu, please read some of the text.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Reasons to write Chaitanya Charitamrita 44 to 49. Latter pastimes remain untold. Vrindavana Dasa, while writing Chaitanya Bhagavata, first summarized all the pastimes and later described them in detail. In describing the Lord's pastime, which are unlimited and unfathomable, the book became voluminous and he felt that some pastimes had not properly described. He ecstatically described the pastimes of Lord Nityananda, but the latter pastimes, Shesha Leela of Lord Chaitanya, remained untold. The devotees of Vrindavan were all very anxious to hear those pastimes. 52-65. Haridasa Pandita orders Kaviraja Goswami to write Chaitanya Charitamrita. Haridasa Pandita, the chief servitor of the Govinda Deva in Vrindavana, under the desire trees is a golden throne bedecked with jewels. On that throne sits the son of Nanda Maharaja, Sri Govinda Deva, the transcendental Cupid. Varieties of majestic service are rendered to him there. All his garments, ornaments, and paraphernalia are transcendental. Thousands of servitors serve him in devotion, even with thousands of mouths. One could not describe this service. In the temple of chief servitor was Sri Haridasa Pandita, a disciple of Ananta Acharya. His qualities and fame are known to all over the world. Hare Krishna. Can you stop? 55 to 57. His qualities. He was gentle, Shushila, tolerant, Sahishnu, peaceful, Shanta, magnanimous, Vadanya, grave, Gambira, sweet in his words, Madhurya Vachana, and very sober in his endeavors. Madhura Chesta, Madhura Dhira.
Mahadira.
Sorry, Mahadira. Madhura Chesta, Mahadira. He was respectful to everyone. Sabara Samana Karta, and worked for the benefit of all. Karina Savara Hita. Diplomacy, Kautilya, jealousy, Matcharya, and envy, Himsa, were unknown to his heart. Na jane Tandra Chita. Na jane Tandra Chita. The 50 qualities of Lord Krishna were all present in his body. 58. A devotee as all good qualities. Srimad Bhagavatam 5.18.22. HHI Bhaktir Bhagavati. The 50 qualities of the Lord are originally minutely present in every living being. However, due to Maya, these qualities are not visible in the conditioned state, but they become manifest in a pure devotee. Hare Krishna.
Covering. Okay, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Praveen Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dhannu Pranam. 5960. His Guru Anant Acharya was a disciple of Gadadhara Pandita. He was absorbed in Krishna Prema, magnanimous, advanced in all respect and reservoir of all good qualities. No one can estimate how great he was. Haridasa Pandita was his beloved disciple. 6162. More qualities of Haridasa Pandita. He had great faith in Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda and took great satisfaction in knowing about their pastime and qualities. He always accepted the good qualities of Vaishnava and never found fault in them. He engaged his heart and soul only to satisfy the Vaishnavas. Vaishnavera gunagrahi na dekhye dosa kaya mano vakya kare Vaishnava Santosa. 63-64. Relish Chaitanya Bhagavata. Like the full moon, he illuminated the Vaishnava by speaking Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata to them. By the nectar of his qualities, he increased their transcendental bliss. Nija guna marite badaya Vaishnava Ananda. 65. By his causeless mercy, he ordered me to write about the Sesa Leela of Gauranga. 66-72. Many other devotees ordered Kaviraja Goswami to write. 66. Govinda Goswami. The dearest servant of Lord Govinda was a disciple of Kasivara Goswami, who was a disciple.
Kashishwara Gosani.
Kasishwara Goswami, who was a disciple of Ishwarapuri. 67. Sri Yadavacharya Goswami. A constant associate of Srila Rupa Goswami was also very enthusiastic in hearing and chanting about Lord Chaitanya's pastime. 68-69. Bhugravha Goswami, a disciple of Gadadhara Pandita, was always engaged in Lord Chaitanya's topic. His disciples were Chaitanya Dasa, Mukundananda Chakravati, and great devotee Krishna Dasa. 70. Sivananda Chakravati was a disciple of Anant Acharya, and in his heart Lord Chaitanya and Nityanand constantly dwelled. 71-72. Order to write. Many other devotees in Vrindavana desired to hear the Sesa Leela by their mercy and their order. I am writing this Chaitanya Charamrita about although I am shameless. Empowerment. Unless one is empowered by an advanced devotees, one cannot write transcendental literature. For such literature must be free of the defects of conditioned soul. Humanity. Such empowerment is privilege in which a writer can take great pride. However, as a humble Vaishnava, Kaviraja Goswami felt ashamed.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Chandravel Prabhu. You are
Hare
complete.
Krishna. 73 to 80, blessed by Mother Mohana. 73 to 77, Mother Mohana's permission. Having received the order of the Vaishnavas, but being anxious, I went to the temple of Mother Mohana and prayed at his lotus feet for permission to write. Then a garland from his neck slipped down and the Vaishnavas there chanted Hari Bol. The priest brought the garland and put it around my neck. I was greatly pleased to have the garland signifying the Lord's order, and there I commenced to write this book. Yesterday also we got this one, Prabhuji. Prabhuji. Anyone who had, anyone who attempts.
Sorry, sir. What happened, Prabhu?
నిన్న చదివినప్పుడు కూడా ఇది వచ్చింది ప్రభుజీ.
సేమే ఇది. ఇది
అది
సుబోధిని బుక్ అని అదే ఒక టాపిక్ మీద రాసాడు అనమాట.
అంటే బిఫోర్ రైటింగ్ చైతన్య చరితామృత he wrote this book, Prabhu.
He got this benediction.
Okay.
Lord's mercy. That garland, from the deity.
No. What I'm asking is, ఆ బుక్ రాసే చైతన్య చరితామృత రాసే ముందల ఈ బుక్ రాశారా ప్రభుజీ?
ఇది ప్రభు గౌరాంగ దర్శన్ ప్రభుజీ అని ఆయన అన్ని భగవద్గీత తర్వాత చైతన్య చరితామృత ఇవన్నీ స్టడీ బుక్స్ ప్రభు.
ఓకే
డీపర్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ కొంచెం ఇంకా చదువుకోవడం.
It's like guide, Prabhuji. It's like guide.
అవునండి.
Okay.
I'll continue. Anyone who attempts to write about Krishna must first take permission from Guru and Krishna. 78 to 80. I'm like a dancing doll. Actually, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita is not my writing, but the dictation of Sri Mother Mohana. My writing is like the repetition of a parrot. As a wooden doll is made to dance by a magician, I write upon Mother Gopala's order. I accept as my family deity, Mother Mohana, whose worshippers are Raghunath Dasa Goswami, Sri Rupa Goswami, and Sanatana Goswami. The opportunity to serve the Lord is open to everyone because every living entity is constitutionally a servant of the Lord, and thus it is his natural function. But because he is covered by Maya, he thinks it is to be difficult. But if the sincerely serves under the guidance of a Guru, the Lord immediately dictates to him how to serve him. Whatever a pure devotee does is done by the dictation of the Supreme Lord.
Complete answer. Yes.
Sure. 81 to 85 conclusion. 81 to 82. I took permission from Srila Vyasadeva Das Thakura by praying at his lotus feet. Vrindavan Das Thakura. By praying at his lotus feet, and upon receiving his order, I have attempted to write this auspicious literature. He is the authorized writer on the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya, and without his mercy, one cannot describe these pastimes. 83. The other's humility. I am foolish, low-born, and insignificant, and I always desire material enjoyment. Yet by the order of the Vaishnavas, I am greatly enthusiastic to write this transcendental literature. Murka, Nicha, Shudra Muni, Vishaya Lalasa, Vaishnavajna Balekari, Eteka Sahasa. 84 to 85. Sahasa. 84 to 85 prayers. The lotus feet of Sri Rupa Goswami and Raghunatha Dasa Goswami are my source of strength. Remembering their lotus feet can fulfill all one's desires, and praying to them, always desiring their mercy, I, Krishnadasa, narrate Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita following in their footsteps. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Murka, Nicha, Kshudra Muni, Vishaya Lalasa, Vaishnavagya Balekari, Eteka Sahasa. Is the other's humility. నేను మూర్ఖుని, నీచుని, శుద్రుని, ఇన్సిగ్నిఫికెంట్. ముని, విషయ లాలస, మెటీరియలిస్టికలీ desire for material enjoyment. Yet the last line, Vaishnavagya Balekari Ete ka sahasa. Yet by the art of the Vaishnavas, I am greatly enthusiastic to write this transcendental literature. Accepting his humble position that I am still not there, but their mercy, I'm start writing this literature.
This is Bengali rhyme, Prabhuji, or Sanskrit?
Bengali. Bengali, yes. తెలుగులో కూడా ఉంటాయి సేమ్ వర్డ్స్ కదా, మూర్ఖుడు, నీచుడు, శుద్ధుడు.
కానీ ప్రభుజీ బెంగాలీలో కాకుండా తెలుగులో కూడా ఉంటే ఇట్ విల్ రీచ్ సో మెనీ తెలుగు పీపుల్ ప్రభుజీ.
ఉన్నాయి అంటే యాక్చువల్గా ఇవి సంస్కృత్ వర్డ్స్. మన తెలుగులో కూడా చాలా సంస్కృత్ వర్డ్స్ ఉంటాయి.
ఓకే ఓకే.
యా, థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ Prabhujis and Matajis for reading today. Let us continue our regular reading tomorrow, 9 from Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter. So we are done almost reviews for all the previous chapters and SB, CC, BG. Now let us continue from 9th chapter and then Bhagavatam first canto.
We didn't recite all the translation, Prabhuji. Is it okay, Prabhuji? All the translations we didn't read, Prabhuji. Normally we read all the translations also.
Translations only. నేను ఇందులో కవర్ అయింది అనుకుంటున్నా ప్రభు.
ఓకే ఓకే Prabhuji. ఓకే,
చేద్దాంలే మళ్ళీ.
ఓకే ఓకే Prabhuji.
బట్ ఇట్ ఆల్రెడీ పాయింట్ ఈస్ దేర్, హైలైట్స్ అన్ని కూడా దాంట్లో ఉన్నాయి. ఈచ్ నంబరింగ్ అంటే నంబర్ వర్స్ ఇవ్వాలి ఇక్కడ.
ఓకే ఓకే Prabhuji.
84 to 85 means it numbers, number of verses. 83rd verse, 81, 82 verse. So here, for example, 83 verse, that meaning it covered, Prabhu. Okay, yeah. So now let us do our practice NOD. Let me share. Yeah, let me share one second. Sharing one second. Yes. Who is going to do today? So we all repeat. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I'll do Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji.
Yeah, chain Madhu. I am only sharing. Next week అన్ని 9 plus 4 13 చేద్దాము. బట్ ఈ వీక్ just only go another couple of days, we'll let us practice these 4 verses. Yeah, chain Madhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.1.11. Anyabhilashita shunyam.
Anyabhilashita shunyam.
Jnana karmadi anavritam.
Jnana karmadi anavritam.
Anukulyena krishnanushilanam.
Anukulyena krishnanu.
Bhakti ruttama. Anyabhilashita shunyam. Jnana karmadi anavritam.
Anyabhilashita shunyam. Jnana karmadi anavritam.
Anukulyena krishnanushilanam. Bhakti ruttama.
Anukulyena
krishnanu.
Bhakti ruttama.
Anyabhilashita shunyam. Jnana karmadi anavritam. Anukulyena krishnanushilanam. Bhakti ruttama.
Anyabhilashita shunyam. Jnanam karmadi anavritam. अनुकूलेन कृष्णानुशीलनम् भक्तिरुत्तमा.
Translation: when first class devotional service develops,
When
When
first class
first class
devotional
devotional service develops,
develops,
one must be divided of all material desires.
one
one
must be
must
rid of
be
all
deprived
material
of all
desires.
material desires.
Knowledge obtained by monistic philosophy
Knowledge obtained by monistic
Monistic
philosophy
and fruitive action.
and fruitive action.
The devotee must constantly serve Krishna favorably, as Krishna desires.
The
The
devotee
devotee must constantly serve Krishna favorably as Krishna desires.
Krishna desires.
Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.1.12 Sarvopadi Vinirmuktam
Sarvopadi vinirmuktam
Tatparatvena Nirmalam
nirmalam
Hrishikena Hrishikesha
Rishikena
ena rishiketa
Sevanam Bhakti Ruchate
sevanam bhakti uchyate.
Sarvopadi Vinirmuktam Tatparatvena Nirmalam
Sarvopadi vinirmuktam tatparatvena nirmalam
Hrishikena Hrishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Ruchate
rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhakti uchyate.
Sarvopadi Vinirmuktam Tatparatvena Nirmalam Hrishikena Hrishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Ruchate
Sarvopadi
Vinirmuktam
Tatparatvena Nirmalam.
nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhakti uchyate.
Translation: Bhakti or devotional service
Bhakti of
Or devotional service
means engaging all our senses in the service of the Lord.
means engaging all our senses in the service of the Lord,
The Supreme Personality of Godhead,
the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
Master of all the senses.
the Master of all the senses.
When the spirit soul renders service unto the Supreme,
When the soul renders service unto the Supreme,
there are two side effects.
there are two side effects.
One is freed from all material designations
One is freed from
One
all
is freed
material
from all
designations
material designations
and simply by being employed in the service of the Lord.
and simply by being employed in the service of the Lord.
One's senses are purified.
One's senses are purified.
Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.2.234 Atha Sri Krishna Namadi
अतः श्री कृष्ण नामादि
न भवेत् ग्राह्यमिन्द्रियैः सेवोन्मुखे हि जिह्वादौ स्वयम् एव स्फुरत्यदा अतः श्री कृष्ण नामादि न भवेत् ग्राह्यमिन्द्रियैः
Atha
श्री कृष्ण नामादि
सेवोन्मुखे हि जिह्वादौ स्वयम् एव स्फुरत्यदा अतः श्री कृष्ण नामादि न भवेत् ग्राह्यमिन्द्रियैः सेवोन्मुखे हि जिह्वादौ स्वयम् एव स्फुरत्यदा
अतः श्री कृष्ण नामादि
Translation: because Krishna's form, qualities, pastimes, etc. are all on the absolute platform.
Because Krishna's form, qualities, pastimes, etc. are all on the absolute platform.
Material senses cannot therefore appreciate them.
Material
Material
senses
senses
cannot
cannot
therefore
therefore
appreciate
appreciate them.
When a conditioned soul is awakened to Krishna consciousness,
When a
When a
conditioned
conditional
soul
soul
is
is
awakened
awakened
to
to
Krishna
Krishna consciousness
and renders service by using its tongue to chant the Lord's holy name,
and
and
renders
renders
and renders
service by
service by
using his
using
tongue
the
to
tongue
chant
to
the
chant
Lord's
the
holy
Lord's
name,
holy name,
and taste the remnants of the Lord's food,
and taste
and
the
taste
remnants
the
of the
remnants
remnants
of the
of the
Lord's
Lord's
food,
food,
the tongue is purified,
the
the
tongue
tongue
is
is
purified,
purified.
and one gradually comes to understand who Krishna really is.
And one
and
comes
one
to
gradually
come to
comes to
understand
understand who
gradually comes to
Krishna really
understand
is.
who Krishna really is.
Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.2.255. Anasaktasya Vishayan
Anasaksasya
Anasaktasya
visyan
vishayan
Yatarham Upayunjata
yatharam
Upayunjata
yunta
Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe
Nirbandha Krishna Savandhe
Yuktam Vairagyamuchyate.
Yuktam
Yuktam
Vairagyamuchyate.
Vairagyamuchyate.
Anasaktasya Vishayan Yadarham Upayunjata
Anasaktasya
Anasaktasya
vishayan
visyan
yatarham
yatharam
upayunjata
upayunjate.
Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe Yuktam Vairagyamuchyate.
Nirbandha
Nirbandha
Krishna
Krishna Sambandhe
Sambandhe
Yuktam
Vairagyam
Vairagyamuchyate.
Uchyate.
Anasaktasya Vishayan Yadarham Upayunjata Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe Yuktam Vairagyamuchyate.
Anasaktasya
Anasaktasya
vishayan
visyan
Adham
yatharam
upayunjata
upayunjata
upayunjata.
Nirbandha Krishna
Nirvandha Krishna
sambandhe
Sambandhe
yuktam
Yuktam
vairagyamuchyate.
Vairagyam Uchyate.
Translation: when one is not attached to anything,
When one is
When
not
When
attached to
one is not
anything,
attached to anything,
but at the same time accepts anything in relation to Krishna,
but at the
the
same
same
time
time
accepts
accepts
anything in
anything in
relation to
relation to
anything to
Krishna,
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 one is rightly situated above possessiveness.
one is
One is
is
rightly
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 situated above
situated
situated above
above
possessiveness.
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 Haribol. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Please forgive me, Prabhuji, if there are any mistakes.
No mistakes. You made it clear. Yeah, you made it clear. You మామూలుగా చదవండి ఎవరైనా శ్లోకం and translation. Sloka and translation recite. Do it yourself. Be here. Mother's Prabhuji's. Raja Prabhu, you want to do? Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sorry Prabhuji. I'm unable to do.
Okay, sure.
I'm going to office now.
Later, Prabhuji.
Office పోతున్నారా ప్రభు?
Office పోతున్నాం Prabhuji.
రమ్మన్నారా?
3 days రమ్మన్నారు Prabhuji.
Carry on. Thank you for joining, Prabhu. Please. Yeah, Praveen Prabhu, please go ahead.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, please correct me. Deepa Mataji also. Anya vilasita sunyam.
Just మీరు చదవండి. Just you read.
Okay, Prabhuji. Full na, Prabhuji?
Full translation.
Okay, Prabhuji. Anya vilasita sunyam jnana karamadi anavritam anukulenya krishnaanusilanam bhaktir uttama. Translation: when first class devotional service develops, one must be devoid of all material desires, knowledge obtained by monastic philosophy and fruitive action. The devotees must constantly serve Krishna favorably as Krishna desire.
Yes.
Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.1.12. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam tatparattvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesa sevanam bhaktir uchyate. Translation: Bhakti or devotional service means engaging all our senses in the service of the Lord the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the master of all the senses. When the spirit soul renders service unto the Supreme, there are two side effects. One is freed from all material designations, and simply by being employed in the service of the Lord, one's senses are purified. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.2 to 34. अतः श्री कृष्णा नामादि न भवेद ग्राह्यम इंद्रिय है सेवो मुक्ते ही जीवादौ स्वयं एव स्फुरते अधः स्फुरते अधः अगेन प्रभु जी स्फुरते ओके स्फुरते अधः Translation. Because Krishna's form, quality, pastimes, etc. are all on the absolute platform, material senses cannot therefore appreciate them. When a conditioned soul is awakened to Krishna consciousness and renders service by using his tongue to chant the Lord's holy name and taste the remnants of the Lord's food, the tongue is purified and one gradually comes to understand who Krishna really is. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.2 to 55. Anasaktasya visyan yatharam upayunjantah nirvandha Krishna savandhe yuktam vairagyam uchyate. When one is not attached to anything but at the same time accepts anything in relation to Krishna, one is rightly situated above possessiveness. Hare Krishna Roji.
Yes, thank you, Prabhu. Upayunjata. Okay, Prabhu. Upayunjata. Engaging. Upayunjata means engaging. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Just want to see Anyabhilashita Shunyam Jnana Karma Dhanavritam Anukulyena Krishna Anushilanam Bhakti Uttama. Divide of all material desires. The devotee must constantly serve Krishna. Anya Abhilashita Shunya, without desires other than for the service of the Lord or Krishna. See, translations are big actually this time. Without desires other than those for the service of Lord Krishna, or without material desires, such as those for meat eating, illicit sex, gambling, and addiction to intoxicants. Jnana, the knowledge of the philosophy of the monist Mayavadis. Karma, by fruitive activities. Adi, by artificially practicing detachment. By mechanical practice of yoga. By studying of the Sankhya philosophy and so on. Karma adi, jnana karma adi, anavrutam. Okay. Anavrutam, uncovered. Anukulyena, favorable. Krishna anushilanam, cultivation of service in relationship to Krishna. Bhakti uttama, first class devotional service. Okay.
So we got the question of Jnana Karma Adi in the last closed book exam.
Okay. Jnana karma adi. By the knowledge. Okay. By the knowledge of philosophy of the monist Mayavadis. Karma, by fruitive activities. Adi, by artificial practice and detachment. By the mechanical practice of yoga. Studying Sankhya philosophy and so on. The big meaning on this. Jnana karmadi anavrutam. Jnana karmadi. Yeah. Sarvapadi vinirmuktam, free from all kinds of material designations, or free from all desires, except the desire to render service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Tatparatvena, by the sole purpose of serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Tatparatvena, only one purpose, to serve the Lord. That is the only one purpose. Tatparatvena, nirmalam, uncontaminated by the effects of speculative philosophical research or fruitive activities. Speculation thing. Rishikena, by purified senses, free from all designations. Rishikesha, the master of the senses. Sevanam, the service to satisfy the senses. Bhaktir Uchyate, devotional service is called. Uchyate is called Bhaktir Uchyate. Tatparatvena important. Sarvapadi also Sarvopadi Vinurmukta. Upadi. Upadi means designations. All designations. Free from all material designations. Or another word, free from all desires. Is a beautiful meaning. Free from all desires except the desire to render service to Krishna. Only purpose is to serve Lord. That is Tatparatvena. Nirmalam. No contamination. With speculations. Contaminations means speculations. Speculation means contaminations. Uncontaminated by the effects of speculative philosophical research. Nirmala anna kuda manamku fruitive activities also. Yeah. Atha Sri Krishna namadi na bhaved grahyam indriyai sevanmukhe jihvado swayam eva spuratyada ataha. Therefore, because Krishna's name, form, qualities and pastimes are all on the absolute platform. No difference with him. Absolute means no difference. Identical with him. Sri Krishna Namadi, Lord Krishna's name, form, qualities, pastimes, and so on. Nabhavet. Nan means not. Bhavet means can be. Grahyam, perceived. Indriyai, by the blunt material senses. Indriyas. Indriyalu. In Telugu, right? Indriya. By the sense, blunt material senses. Sevon mukhe. Big meaning. Sevon mukhe. To one engaged in service, in his service. When a person places himself at the disposal or order of the Supreme Lord, at the time the spiritual energy or Hare gradually reveals the Lord to him. Yeah, that means Harinama Seva. To Harinama Prabhu by chanting. He certainly. Jihvado, beginning with the tongue. Swayam, personally. Eva, certainly. Spurati, be manifest. Adaha, those. Krishna's name, form, quality, and so on. Two things here. Yes, tongue using for two purposes. To chant the holy names and to take remnants of Lord. Automatically, this is going to be revealed. Krishna's name, form, quality, without any force. It naturally awakens in devotee's life. Anasaktasya vishayan yatarham upayunjataha nirbandha Krishna sambandhe yuktam vairagyam uchyate. Anasaktasya, of one who is without attachment. No asakti. Asakti means attachment. Anasaktasya, of one who is without attachment. Vishayan, to material sense objects. Vishaya means material sense gratification also. Material sense objects, gratifying senses. Yatarham, according to suitability. Upayunjataha, engaging. Nirbandha, without bondage. Krishna sambandhe, in relationship with Krishna. Yuktam, proper. Vairagyam, renunciation. Uchyate is called. So when one is not attached to anything, but at the same time accepts anything in relation to Krishna, and use it for Krishna's purpose. Whatever we have, talents, money, energy, time, use it for Krishna's service without any attachment. Accept anything in relation. Yes. Accepts anything in relationship to Krishna. That means to serve. Accept anything in relationship to Krishna. I mean, in relation to Krishna means accept and serve him. That's what it is. Yeah. Thank you, Matais, Prabhujis. Let us continue tomorrow. I just want to go through translations. Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity to go through it. Let us continue tomorrow from Bhagavad Gita 9th chapter readings, and after that let us recite this slokas. Actually, tomorrow I'm traveling. Deepa Mataji, can you manage the call?
Sure, Prabhuji, I can do it.
Yeah, please. I'll make you host during that time. Okay, 8
Okay.
o'clock.
Okay.
I will share this PDF if you want. Otherwise, that PDF also there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Prabhuji.
Thank you so much again. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhaiva cha patitana अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्रील गुरुदेव की जय, श्री चैतन्य चरितामृतम की जय, नेक्टर ऑफ डिवोशन की जय, निताय गौर हरि प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल।
हरि बोल।
थैंक यू वेरी मच।
हरे कृष्ण प्रणाम।
प्रणाम।